Good day, everybody. It is Wednesday. It is the last day of my 4 day weekend. Um, Yesterday was I guess you'd say it was one of those days where it took a while to get started. We had decided that we thought we wanted to get out and go to like Springfield or St. Louis. Mom kind of basically said do whatever you want to do because she didn't want to. She wasn't feeling good. Um, Mostly she didn't want to do like a lot of walking, which giving her I wouldn't want to just say her age because I know a lot of women who are older than her that get up and go. I think it's just more her mobility is becoming more and more difficult. Um, Long walking, standing type stuff. Let me get rid of the spoon before someone complains. Um, and Jane and I were both feeling like didn't want to. We were both kind of didn't want to be doing a lot of walking either. So we just went to like some of our local establishments. Um, we did get out of town. We went to Cuba, Missouri, which is like 2, 3 towns away. Did some Dollar Tree shopping and eating out basically. It was Dollar Tree shopping, and we came back to Rolla, and I went to the library, got a couple of books from the library. First time I've been to the Rolla library. I haven't been to a library in years. The reason why I didn't really want to, oh, the reason why I really haven't gone to the Rolla library is it's a small town library, so um, and I didn't know where the college library was or anything like that, so I didn't go there. Uh, so I got a couple books, history of history and whatnot on Vikings and Norsemen. I don't know why I'm so hooked on it. I am. Maybe it's the possibility of being descended from them. I don't know. At least that's what it kind of looks like according to my Ancestry.com information. But I woke up this morning and I did not feel like getting up. The only reason why I did get up is because laying in bed for too long causes physical problems that I just didn't want to deal with. I don't like dealing with physical pain. I can endure pain to a certain extent, and then once I hit that extent, forget about it. But I also woke up. I don't know if you can hear it, but kind of nasally. My right nostril is all, my right side is all clogged and whatnot. And as you all know, it's just the season for colds, flus, all kinds of viral bugs that we just can't seem to cure. We can hold off, we can put them down, we can calm them down, but we can never just get rid of them. So they come and go. Um, Today is, like I said, the fourth day of my time off. Tomorrow I go back to work. Um, I'm kind of afraid to go. Well, not really afraid to, but I'm kind of like leery about going back to work after having so many days off because I know I will find all kinds of things that people could have taken care of, but nobody seems to either think about or care about. So I'm not really looking forward to that because going back on a Thursday, I mean, if I were to go back today is not as hectic or busy as Thursday, Friday, and Saturday usually are. So, yeah, that and the factor the boss works Monday through Friday. So I will be reading the last 4 days worth of notes, I guess you'd say, to see what has or has not been done while I was gone. And I won't be surprised if each day is a page and a half, because usually when I have my day off, I come back, I find a lot of just bright. Uh huh. And I know now from past days or past times where I've had more than 2 days off, and I go to read those notes, and I'm like, does anybody read these? Because it seems like just by looking at them, no, they don't. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Not. Um, Jay and I have finished. I don't know if she put it in her on her videos or whatnot, but we have finished the new pantry closet, basically the rearranging of closets that are available for usage and storage. And we turned one of the two front closets. We have, well, it's two closets, one by the front door, one by the carport door. And the carport door was the bigger of the two. And at first, it had two plastic shelves in there, side by side. And we were using it mostly for paper goods and cleaning chemicals. The cleaning chemicals are now basically underneath the sink, most of them. We have a few of them that are going to be put in the one cabinet with the paper goods. Paper goods are basically our paper plates, napkins, paper towels, paper, paper plates, paper towels, napkins, garbage bags, and Kleenex, facial tissues. It has on the bottom part a lot of our machinery, like the bread making machine, the Fry Daddy, the what else is down there? Well, basically the various kitchen machinery that we don't have room for on the cabinets that we don't use on our daily basis. The only two pieces of equipment that are on our counters is the toaster oven, the mixer, and the coffee pot or Keurig. So yeah, we're starting to make changes that makes things easier, because now that we have the one mudroom, as we call it, the mudroom closet, set up for a pantry, um, it makes it easier to see everything, because the cabinet that was in the kitchen that we were originally using was deep, not wide. So you couldn't see everything. So we would end up buying products that we didn't really need because we already had it. Not saying there's anything wrong against having extras, but when you have so much extras that it's filling up a cabinet, that's just too much. Excuse me, folks. The joys of having allergies and sinus issues. No. So today, the plan was to, we'll see what it was, is 4 days off. We took Sunday and basically relaxed and just did laundry. Monday, since Monday we got all the components for our new cabinet, we did that and got that finished in a day. And then yesterday we took the day off just to get out of the house and enjoy what we could. Today is kind of one of those, let's see what we can finish up in the cabinet and kitchen and get everything finalized, because we didn't finalize everything the first time. So basically today it's just getting like the sodas and stuff that's on the floor off the floor and into the new pantry closet. Um, and then try to do little things like straighten up the kitchen a little bit, maybe go in the bedroom. I'm getting issues because I'm feeling. I have this thing where every spring I start to feel a little like claustrophobic, I guess you'd say, and I want to basically clean up, straighten up, and spruce up my bedroom because if I wake up feeling like I'm enclosed by a lot of stuff, I have a hard time dealing with anything. You know, um, I have a friend. I had a friend. I don't know. I have on and off contact with this person, and they live in like the Northwest. Like I can't remember the town, but I just remember the geological location is on the borders of Montana, Washington, and Canada. So he lives up in that one corner of Montana that connects with Canada and Washington State. And he describes to me spring fever, which is basically because you've been cooped up in your home for the most of the winter time because it's too cold or too extreme to get out and do a lot. You get out to go to work, you get out to plow your street, your pavement, your driveway, whatever it is. Um, well, he is a cattle rancher of sorts. He's got like a couple hundred head of cattle. Um, well, it's his father's head of cattle. But every year they basically load up the cattle, take them to auction, wherever they don't sell because they need to keep X amount of cattle to replenish their stock, basically. They take their cattle, like, what do they say? About 100 to 200 head of cattle that they keep every year for breeding purposes. And they take them and they load them up. And well, when he was younger, that he would ride in the truck and they would have like a convoy of cattle to take down to Arizona for the winter time, which a lot of ranchers do. They either take their whatever cattle they don't sell for slaughter down to the south, Arizona, Nevada, Arizona, Lower Colorado, New Mexico, and Texas. Um, well, the last time I talked to him, because like I said, he's an on and off. Uh, we have on and off communication via Facebook, and we used to have on and off communication via Xbox because we used to play Call of Duty together. Um, well, last time I talked to him was last summer that they had upgraded their um, barns, I guess you'd call them, where the livestock can basically go get out of the elements. They upgraded it so they're insulated and whatnot. And well, I'm gonna find out if they did the cattle drive to take them down to part Southwest. Because the way it sounded was they were trying to make it easier because it's getting harder to take 200 head of cattle south. So they're trying to make it where they don't have to do that no more. Now, the downside to that, from what I've heard, is one of the things that happened to, I guess, one of his neighbors, like, I guess they didn't properly insulate the components or whatnot, but yeah, one of the barns caught fire. Got the cow out, but that's a good $500+ $1,000 investment shot down the drain. Anyhow, um, but to get to the point of the story is he described cabin fever. Cabin fever is basically when you're stuck indoors for an extended time because of the weather being bad. And you start to get a little stir crazy, I guess you say. Um, and his family, to deal with this, invent games. Not just games that you go out and buy, but games that you can basically create on your own. Um, Now, he's told me about these games where they take an item, an everyday item, let's say a picture or something that's always out and about, and they try to change, and they either try to change the location, or if it's something like Dad's favorite coffee cup, and they try to hide it, not out of sight, but kind of like mixed in with other items to see if Dad can find the coffee cup, or the picture that's always in one location has been changed to a different location. Will anybody notice? Type games. Games that kind of keep their minds sharp yet make it fun, so it's not like getting anybody upset because of the factor it's not in the same general location. It's just hidden amongst whatever was already there. But anyhow, I woke up this morning and not that I'm going stir crazy because I can get out of my house and whatnot and do whatever I want. It was more like um, what did someone describe it as? Not really midlife crisis because, well, my brain is always in crisis. Uh, um, but it's more like I woke up and I just felt like everything was collapsing. Um, Things weren't going smoothly or as I hoped, and I can understand from well, I'm an only child, so I don't have siblings. I don't have this. I don't know how to describe it, but anyhow, last night Diane and I had talked about what we were going to do today, and because the way I was feeling about the bedroom, I wanted to work on the bedroom. I wanted to clean it up, straighten it up, rearrange it, make it look not so cluttered. Well, Jenny Ann, of course, wants to finish what project she's already started. And my brain is sitting there going, why do I have to be the one to finish a project when it's 90% finished? There's only like moving a few things in there. Why can't I just start on my part of the bedroom, get my stuff cleaned up and straightened out, and then when I'm ready, have Jane come in there and help me do her side? Well, after having to think about it and whatnot, I kind of understand what she meant by let's get the pantry finished before we go on to another project. Yet I woke up this morning, I thought I had set the alarm. No. So instead of getting up my usual 10:30, I woke up at 11 something or other. I don't remember what it was, 11:30ish. An hour later. And I get up, I sit up, I do my usual morning, take my medication type stuff, and I realize I can't, something in me just can't deal with this today. Can't deal with the clutter I'm seeing around me in the bedroom. I come in here and I have stuff that's just not in the right places, and I'm just. I have dealt with depression for 35 years. Um, I did not know what depression was until my mid teens. Yeah, it was about let's see here. Dad passed away in the summer before I turned 16. So, Aunt Helen died before I turned 15. So, yeah, 15, 16 years old, I had two aunts, grandmother and father passed away within basically a year and a half of each other. And, well, what can you expect from any teenager that's never dealt with a disaster of that magnitude? And anybody who's watched all my videos, um, there is a string of videos, a set of, set string, whatever you want to call it, of videos that talked about my past up until, was it up until I got married? But anyhow, one of those videos, or a couple of those videos, talk about my teens. So, if you're interested, I'd go back and watch those videos. You'll understand part of my, mentality, insanity, whatever you want to call it. But, I, I get bouts of depression. Not to the point of wanting to commit suicide or anything like that, because I'm stable enough. Well, I don't know about stable enough, but I understand the woes of depression, or depression and suicide. I've never had to deal with anything direct that had to deal with suicide, but I do directly deal with depression on a regular basis. Not as severe as when I was a teenager or young, early 20s, but still, it comes and goes. Anyhow, today we are going to finish the pantry, which is, in my mind, it's simple because it's just basically moving the drinks and sodas and whatnot to the the floor of the new pantry. There's some rearranging that's going to be involved because we're moving our coffee bar, or we're moving our coffee and all that stuff from the installed cabinetry that was here when we first moved in to the black cabinet that we put in place ourselves. I'm sorry, I got distracted by a string on my sock. Then hopefully there's going to be some cleaning and rearranging and whatnot. We're approaching the 12 o'clock hour, or 12:30 hour, excuse me. We'll put in another full day of work, most likely. I'm hoping it won't be as mentally or physically taxing as the installing of the shelves and whatnot, which you will see if you're a member of my wife Joanne's channel. You'll see the installation and finishing of the new pantry. Excuse me. I'm actually hoping, and don't hold me to this because you'll probably see this video before this evening, but I'm hoping I can talk Jerry into doing a live session around 11-12 Central Standard Time in the States. I don't know what that is in Greenwich time for those of you who live in Europe. You might be either asleep or just waking up, who knows. I'm trying to remember time frames. Not good. But anyhow, we are going to try. I'm going to try to talk into doing a live session tonight. Um, and then tomorrow, tomorrow I have to work. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. Anyhow, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see any more of my videos or be notified when I put in a new video, go ahead and hit that bell. Any comments or questions are acceptable. Well, most comments are acceptable. Just do what you do what you need to do. Yeah, I'm getting slap happy. Until next time, I'll see you later. Have a good day.